Hi guys, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for 19th May 2021. Please hit the subscribe button. So, three things are happening today that are extremely important. Venus is trining Saturn, the moon is going to oppose Jupiter, and the moon is also changing signs from Leo into Virgo. I will talk about all that one by one. So, let's talk about the first thing on the chart. It is the first quarter square of the moon. The moon's at 28 degrees of Leo. It has been in Leo for the past 2 days, and it is making a 90-degree angle with the sun. The new moon for us was on 11th of May, and on 11th of May, we began the new lunar month. We seeded something. We seeded something connected to our skills, our finances, our self-worth, our values. And now it's been almost a week since the new moon, and we are in the first quarter square. What is the first quarter square? It's a 90-degree angle between the sun and the moon, and it represents friction. It represents obstacles that we need to overcome, changes we need to make in connection with the new moon that was on 11th May. So, whatever you started then, whatever came into your life about then, today is the day at about 11 a.m. Pacific time, 10:30, 11 a.m. You may face some challenges. You may need to resolve something. You may need to overcome some obstacles or make some changes pertaining to that new beginning. Okay. Now, soon after this, at about 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Pacific time, 2 p.m., the moon enters the sign of Virgo. Now, the moon changes signs every 2.5 days, and it has been in the sign of Leo for the past 2.5 days. And every month, till Saturn is in Aquarius, Saturn is here. Every month, when the moon comes into the sign of Leo, it will oppose Saturn, make a 180-degree angle. And for those 2.5 days, we will be required to make hard decisions. We will be required to have emotional discipline. We will feel stressed out. So the moon moving into Virgo is a good thing. Typically, the moon does not like to be in Virgo. Why? Because the moon is our emotional body. It likes to run free. It likes to go with the flow. And Virgo is organization, it's planning, it's our reality, it's analysis. So it does not feel the best. However, from Leo to Virgo will feel positive. It'll feel a better 2.5 days. And when we are in Virgo, we are going to be focused on what? Getting organized. We're going to be focused on planning. We're going to be focused on our diet, our health, our job, on getting things clean, because that's Virgo energy. And as soon as the moon enters the sign of Virgo, it will oppose Jupiter 180 degrees. And this may not feel the best. It may not feel the best because Jupiter is optimism, it's hope, it's expansion, it's all the blessings. And the moon opposing it, we may feel a little hopeless. We may feel like gifts are not coming our way. But that's temporary, and the moon moves so fast, in a couple of hours that energy will pass. So keep up the hopes at about 2 p.m. Pacific time. Also, the moon coming into Virgo right after Venus semi-sextiled Uranus and conjuncted the North Node in the last day or so means that there was a sudden change to Venus-related things. Love, relationships, money, business, finances. And now in the next 2.5 days, we will get organized. Whatever change happened, whatever love, relationship, money, finances, things fell into place with our long-term goals, we will get organized. We will make a plan for those things in the next 2.5 days. Okay. So that's that. And the next thing that I want to talk about is Venus right here. Venus is at 13 degrees today. So Venus met up the North Node 2 days ago. Okay. And then it semi-sextiled Uranus. It sextiled Chiron. It made a lot of aspects, and basically what this meant was that our Venus related things, love, money, business, finances, projects, self-worth, values, fell in sync with our goals, which are for the long run. And this happened out of the blue, and there was a healing element to this. Now today, Venus is trining Saturn. Venus is here. It is trining Saturn, making a 120-degree angle. And what does this mean? Saturn is support, it's structure, it's the long term, it sets things in stone, it takes decisions, it defines things. And right now, it's doing all that for Venus without any difficulty. We don't have to struggle to take a decision. We don't have to struggle to make a change. We don't have to struggle for things to fall into place. It's happening automatically. It's happening easily. Saturn's helping Venus. Saturn's helping our relationships. It's defining them. It's helping our finances. It's defining those as well. If there's a decision connected to Venus related things you need to make, be it love, money, self-worth, value, skills, finances, projects, legal partnerships, business partnerships, legal issues, how you look, how you feel, Saturn is putting that in place. It's putting it in place today. So that's a big, big deal. And today is also the last day of the Sun in Taurus. Tomorrow it's going to enter the sign of Gemini. It's going to enter Gemini, and this is going to be a massive shift in energy. We've been in a more slow, stable, going within sort of energy, and now in Gemini it's going to be a lot of stimulation. Because look at how much energy is in Gemini. All of it. Sun's going to join them. Mercury is in Gemini, Venus is in Gemini, North Node is in Gemini, and wherever the North Node is, it energizes anything that's close to it. So it's already energizing the energy of Gemini, and it's energizing Venus, it's energized Mercury, and now the Sun is going to meet up with the North Node. So there's tremendous Gemini energy. And what is this energy? It's intellectual, one. It's stimulating, two. It wants to learn, know, do things. It's restless. It's a lot of energy. It's also energy connected with our communication, with our perception, with our immediate environment. Everything is about the immediate environment. It's about facts. It's about logical thinking. So that's the energy. And the next thing that I want to talk about is Mercury. Mercury is here. It is getting ready to square Neptune. It's not today, but it will happen tomorrow. And a square is a 90-degree angle. It represents a challenge. In this case, Mercury is our mind, it's our diet, it's our health, and Neptune can either feel magical or it can feel very depressing. So with a square, you may need to make a slight change. You may need to adjust something mentally to feel good, to feel happy. But that happens tomorrow. I just thought I'd mention it. And that's pretty much the major stuff that's happening today. To sum it up, today will be, you will have to resolve some obstacles or challenges. And next 2.5 days is about getting organized, getting planned. And Venus trine Saturn will help us define our love, relationships, money, finances in an easy way. For the long run. And now I'm going to give you a brief background on what is happening in the astrology for the past year or so that you can put this day into context. Now, the first thing that I like to talk about is the Uranus North Node semi-sextile. Our goals that have come up this year are unconventional. They are goals that we didn't expect we would have. That's happening. Next thing is the North Node Chiron sextile 60-degree angle. As we move towards our goals, which are unconventional, we will heal our identity. Okay. Next thing is that Uranus and Chiron are semi-sextiling. We will heal in unconventional ways. We already are, and this energy is going to be with us for quite some time. The next thing is the Saturn Chiron sextile. Around Feb, we started to take a decision or build something that would heal our identity. And that something will be tangible, visible, palpable by the end of the year. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the theme of the year, the Uranus-Saturn square 90-degree angle. And this energy happened last time in the year 2000, so 21 years ago. And we are in this energy again. And what is this energy? This energy is about finding out the authentic you, who you are on the inside and not who you think you should be. It's about getting rid of old ways of thinking, being living, and embracing the new. And by the end of the year, your authentic self will be visible, tangible, palpable, but the process will not feel easy because these two planets are squaring. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Saturn Jupiter conjunction. They met up here at about 20 degrees of, 0 degrees of Aquarius in December of 2020 and began a cycle that will stay with us till 2040. We will take the next 2 years to lay the foundation for the next 20 years. The second last thing that I want to talk about is the Pluto Saturn conjunction that happened at about here at about 22 degrees of Capricorn. And these planets meet once in 33 to 38 years. The last time they met was in 1982. So in Jan of 2020, they closed out the 1982 cycle. And in Jan of 2020, another cycle began that will stay with us till 2053. And this cycle changed our material reality completely. The last thing I want to talk about are the nodes. The North Node is here in Gemini and the South Node is here in Sag. They were in the same placement between 2001 and 2003. So whatever themes, events, people, situations, projects came into your life back then, you may be building on those, closing those out, revisiting those, reviewing those. And we will be in this energy for quite some time. The nodes have been in this position since May of 2020. So that's all I'll leave you with. Do hit the subscribe button and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.